Hello everyone. Today we'll be talking about translanguaging, which is a dynamic process where multilingual speakers blend and shift between languages to communicate and learn. Rather than keeping languages separate, it allows students to use all of their language skills together to make meaning and deepen understanding. The pedagogy of translanguaging encourages students to use their native language as a tool for learning. It allows them to gather and process information in the language they are most comfortable with before expressing their understanding in English. This approach supports deeper comprehension and builds confidence as they develop academic language skills. Translanguaging theory challenges the idea that languages exist in separate mental boxes. Instead, it sees multilinguals as using one fluid, integrated language system. They draw on all their language resources to express themselves, make sense of the world, and interact with others in meaningful ways. Translanguaging theory reminds us that multilingual students do not switch between separate languages. They use all of their language skills as one connected system. As teachers, it is our job to affirm who they are, encourage them to use all of their language resources to learn, and invite their home languages into the classroom so they feel seen, valued, and supported. Translanguaging helps students access academic content by allowing them to use all of their language resources to learn. In the classroom, this means students can build on what they already know in their home language to better understand new concepts in English. Teachers can support this by offering opportunities where students can receive instruction in both their home language and English, talk with peers in either or both languages, make connections between languages to build vocabulary and meaning, and create projects or assignments that reflect their understanding using both languages. This approach not only deepens comprehension, but also honors and leverages students' full linguistic identities. Learning to guide students in translanguaging takes thoughtful planning and balance. We want students to keep growing in academic English, but we also don't want to limit the role their home language plays in learning. Imagine two students working on a math problem. One gets stuck on a word in English, so they switch to their home language to figure it out together. That moment is translanguaging in action, using all available language tools to understand and learn. As educators, it's important to create a space for that. We can guide students between languages, saying things like, let's focus on English with support from Spanish, or let's use Spanish to build into English. It's not about separating languages, but about giving students the freedom to use what they need to make meaning and feel seen. Translanguaging also supports cross-linguistic transfer. That's when students use what they know in one language to help them learn another. One way to encourage this is by having students compare sentence structures in their home language and in English. This helps them notice grammar patterns and better understand how each language works. Another strategy is teaching students to recognize and use cognates, words that look and mean the same in both languages, like family in English and familia in Spanish. These connections make language learning more meaningful and accessible. Translanguaging promotes equity by allowing English learners to use all their languages to learn and express themselves. When students can access content in both their home language and English, they feel seen, valued, and included. This approach doesn't treat one language as better than another, it recognizes all languages as strengths. By honoring students' full linguistic identities, translanguaging helps create a more inclusive and empowering classroom for everyone.